Hey there! If you're looking to make a table of contents in Microsoft Word, would like to know how to use the Styles feature in Microsoft Word, or have your page numbers appear on a certain page of your document, you've come to the right place. In this video, I'm going to show you step by step how to do these things using a Windows interface, of course. So it's quite simple. Let's jump right into it. So I want my table of contents to go after my title page and my abstract. However, before I can insert a table of contents, I have to prep the document using the Styles feature, which is up here. So notice that this document doesn't have any page numbers yet. I will also show you how to insert page numbers so that the page number appears after the table of contents. So first, use the Styles feature to set up all of your headings and subheadings. So highlight all the types of headings throughout the document that you want to change the look of and will be included in the table of contents. So this is an example of my first heading 1. So I'm just going to highlight that and go up to the Styles feature and use the built-in headings. So that's heading 1. And now I'll need to highlight the rest of my headings. So that includes heading 2 and heading 3. So for me, I have a heading 2 right here, and here's heading 2, so you just click that. And then here's my heading 3. And heading 3 is in the Styles feature. You just have to click it open and click heading 3. So you will have to do this throughout the rest of the document. It's a little time consuming right now, but it will save you time in the long run. So this is an example of a heading 3. This is a heading 1. Another heading 1. Heading 2. This is a heading 3 for me. A heading 1. And our last heading 1. And if you don't see the heading on the Styles feature, all you have to do is click the arrow and you'll open it up and you'll see the rest of the built-in headings. So if I did have a heading 4, there's the heading 4. Okay, so for my headings, I don't like this built-in feature. I don't like the styling of it, so I do want to change the features of it. And I want my heading, my first heading in particular, to resemble my title page a little bit, which is an Arial narrow point font design, and it is a 20, and it's obviously purple. So I'm going to go to my first heading and highlight that. And I'm going to change it to Arial narrow for me. Feel free to change it to whatever fits your boat. And I want it to be 16. I want it to be bold. I want it to be black. And I want it to be centered. So while this is highlighted, I'm going to go to the Styles feature, right click, and press Update Heading 1 to match selection. So when I do this, it's going to match all my other heading 1s to match that heading that I just updated into the Styles feature. For example, if I scroll down, you'll see that my other headings, heading 1s that I've highlighted, have automatically updated to match the heading 1 that I just put in to the Styles feature. Okay, so I'm going to do that for all of my other headings. So my heading 2, I'm going to change it to Arial narrow again. 16 point font is fine. I want it to be black, I want it to be bold, and left justified is fine. So while this is highlighted again, I'm going to go to heading 2 in the styles feature, right click and press update heading 2 to match selection. And I'm going to do that again for my heading 3. So Arial narrow for me, 14 is fine, and this time I want it to be purple and I want it to be bold. Okay, so again, while it's still highlighted, I'm going to go into the styles feature. This time I have to press the arrow because it's not showing up in the main section. Then I'm going to go to heading 3, again right click and press update heading 3 to match selection. Now I'm going to scroll through my document so you can see that the rest of the headings have been updated. So there's my heading 3, it's been automatically updated without me having to do anything. Another heading 1. And all my other headings have been updated, as you can see. Okay, so technically now I can insert my table of contents, but before I insert my table of contents, I'm going to have to add page numbers to this thing. So I'm going to go to insert, and I'm going to insert a blank page because I want my table of contents to be have a page by itself. Okay, so I want my table of contents here, but I do need to include the page numbers. So while you're in the Insert tab, I'm going to go to Page Number and put the page numbers wherever you like to have the page number set up on your page. I want them on the right side on the top. So they're automatically in my document numbered in sequential order, but I do not want my page numbers on my title page or my abstract or my table of contents page. So what I'm going to do is click here on my title page, and I'm going to press different from first page, or different first page. So there you see the page number has disappeared here, but if you scroll down you can see that the page number is still appearing on page 2. Now I don't want it right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the Insert tab. First of all, I need to double click out of that and then go to the Insert tab. Go to the Layout tab and then press Breaks and then press Next Page. Alright, so that number has disappeared. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing for my third page, which is my table of contents page. I don't want that number to be on my table of contents page. So again, under the Layout tab, go to Breaks and then press Next Page. So that page number has disappeared. So on my fourth page, which is my official introduction page, I want my number 1 to start right here, and it says number 4. So I want to change that. So I will go back to Insert, and I'm going to go to Page Number, and I need to go press Format Page Numbers. So with that, the dialog box pops open. I press Start At, and then in this number you're going to put 0. Press OK, and then there you have it. It starts at number 1. So all of those other numbers have disappeared, and the number is exactly where I want it to go because I pressed Insert, Page Number, and then I pressed Format Pages, and then the dialog box disappeared, and then I pressed a 0 and then pressed OK. Okay, so now I can officially insert my table of contents. So this is the easiest part. All you have to do is press References and then press Table of Contents. And I want my table of contents to be very simple. Of course, you can customize it right here, but I want my table of contents to be very simple, and I want it to include all my headings. So heading 1, heading 2, and heading 3. So if I just press that, there you have it. Your table of contents has appeared, and you can alter it a little bit. So I want it to look a little different. I want it to resemble my title page again, that Arial narrow. I want it to be purple, I want it to be centered, and I want it to be a little bit bigger. You can also adjust the rest of the contents. So again, Arial narrow I want it to be, and you can adjust it however you like, but the main part is that the table of contents has appeared. And you can also update the table if your page numbers change and if you change the title of some of your headings. And with this table of contents, you can now click through your document without having to scroll. So for example, if I press Control and I click, I'm headed right to my literature review. So this helps not only yourself but also your users if other people are reading your document. So there you have it, folks. That's your table of contents, and I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thank you.